What's up, everybody? Welcome back to John versus episode 3. With me this week, the absolute, undisputed, hardest working man in the movie trivia community, Jordan Pierce Owens, JPO. How you doing today?
It's me. It's JPO. I don't know, that didn't rhyme. But no, man. Always looking forward to being here. I love the intro here. I even see our film is so good it made your intro. So,
Actually, no, it didn't.
that's not it.
That's from a totally different film.
Isn't that thing in our movie?
That thing is in our movie, and we're going to cover that.
Okay.
That is from a totally.
Never
in fact,
mind.
a lot of the characters from this movie are from other movies, but that is just one of the things that gives Jagged Edge idea and distribution when they join forces. And we will keep talking about this until I run out of movies.
So is this like the Avengers of shitty movies? Is it like?
I don't think so, because like I've noticed like they will just reuse costumes but not acknowledge that this thing
It's
is
from another thing.
from another movie, just because like why would they go and get original things? Let's just like put a different weapon in his hand and hope that maybe nobody notices it's the same fucking thing. But
Right
I promise we will cover that.
Yeah, it kind of answers the question I had for you, so we'll get more into that. Yeah.
But actually, this movie, Jagged Edge ITN has two different things. Like, one, they will go and find properties in the public domain, which gives us stuff like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, the upcoming Peter Pan movie, the upcoming Bambi movie. But then they also do these mockbusters where they will make movies that are eerily similar to movies that just came out. And Five Nights at Freddy's came out. We covered it on Why We Love Horror, I think 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, a couple weeks ago. Me and my son covered it. And then Jagged Edge, like literally within weeks, gave us Freddy's Fridays. And it's this.
What's this?
Sorry.
When was the last time that you saw her?
Last Friday.
Any girls gone missing from your agency?
Darling, girls go missing all the time. Doesn't mean they're missing.
Is that okay? What is going on? Please, let me go.
If I can track this guy, maybe I can stop him.
Just leave me alone. Thank you.
All of these women have gone missing on a Friday.
No, I am not leaving here until you tell me what's going on.
I am not going to let Freddy kill anybody else ever again.
Once again, yeah, like the trailer is decent.
Actually, yeah. Like, I don't think I've seen the trailer. Man, good enough.
Like
Good enough
trailer makes you think the movie is actually pretty good. But I'll kick it over to you. What were your initial thoughts just coming out of Freddy's Fridays?
So good old Freddy's Fridays. So even to kind of go back a bit too, if you speaking of like mockbusters, if you look at the poster for Freddy's Fridays, that kind of just all the different characters side by side, very similar to a Five Nights at Freddy's poster as well. Like the very even that's trying to make you like mind fuck you into watching this.
In the event that you mistakenly, maybe you're on Amazon Prime and your little teenage cousin's like, I want to watch Five Nights at Freddy's, and you're like, fuck you, and you click the wrong thing, and they're like, wait a minute, I remember this being in the video game, but you've already paid the $5. So I guarantee they made at least $25 that way.
Enough, I guess. I mean, it's been happening for years. Like even what's the other great one? It's like punch kick panda, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Different levels of just transmorphers is a good one. Snakes on a train instead. Yeah, so it's a fun little subgenre of films. So is this in my bottom 5 of the year so far? Yes. It's actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. No, I actually think there's maybe because I was waiting for it to just be the absolute worst. I found some qualities in it in a way. You know what I mean? I don't mind.
Yeah, I'll say decent effects for like a no budget movie, decent practical effects.
The final the way the final the leading up to the kill sucked usually. Very generic, and then finally kill. But yeah, the final death blow would usually be kind of cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, like kudos to whoever had those effects and the way they even I feel like they kind of shot it right too. Sometimes with the lighting to kind of hide certain things as well. So yeah, the final death blow sometimes was usually actually pretty good. It's what you want for these movies. Like it wasn't like okay, because I hate horror movies that also don't have a budget for even the kills. It's like what am I watching here?
We're kind of also we're in a post Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Jagged Edge world where they did make money on the Winnie the Pooh,
and they gave it to this movie.
Therefore, the money's just rolling on forward into Freddy's Fridays.
That's my question for you: is when do they start making these movies? Like, do they hear Five Nights at Freddy's is coming out and they go, "Okay, quickly get a script, make it to where we can release it"? Like, how quick are they?
I got to imagine it's like the South Park, 7 days to air. Like these movies. I can't imagine they take it. It's always they have the same actors. They're
do they? Is it commonly same people?
Yeah, like everyone that's in this movie is in at least 10 other Jagged Edge movies. They're always filming in and around London. So there's locations around London. So they're filming and they're getting out. Because last year was kind of when I fell into the whole Jagged Edge, hating this production company, and they put out 4 or 5 Christmas themed horror movies, and they were obviously filmed over the summer because
I know they got some Krampuses. I've seen Krampuses in their lineup.
Yeah, there was Jack Frost and Nutcracker Massacre and The Killing Tree and all kinds of crazy shit. But they just turn them out, 5 Tooth Fairy movies, 2 of them in the same year.
I was about to say I saw that in the Tooth Fairy in the same fucking year. Are these sequels or is it just? Separate Tooth Fairies.
We're gonna get into it. The Tooth Fairy, the first 3 have actually a plot line. Then for the 4th movie, just they change everything around, even though it's part of the series. But it's
okay.
Look at me getting deep into the Jagged Edge.
I'm interested. I don't really want to watch these, but I want to learn about them.
Yeah, but speaking about the lore, you actually mentioned in the beginning, didn't the guy in the opening? Didn't we see that guy in the movie? Yes, that's Humpty Dumpty from the Curse of Humpty Dumpty and the Cult of Humpty Dumpty. It's the same costume, but they never refer to him as Humpty Dumpty in the movie. They don't refer to any of those guys as anything. I believe the googly-eyed one is
Freddy. Right. I would say he's Freddy, I feel.
But yeah, then you have Humpty Dumpty from the Humpty Dumpty movies. You have the Scarecrow from the Scarecrow movies. And for some reason, a knockoff Killer Clowns from Outer Space person. And they just descend on people and kill them over and over in the movie.
Is Googly Eyes in anything else?
I've never seen him in anything else. So that might be an original. That's the budget. The budget was Freddy. They made the Freddy costume.
He needs friends. What else we got in the closet?
And this movie, it's knockoffs of a bunch of other movies because there's a Necronomicon. It's a knockoff.
Book, which even the book looked cool. I'll give it props.
The book has an eye that moves, which would be a red flag.
Does not bother the detective. When she grabs it, I don't think she ever goes, "What the fuck?" She just goes, "Okay, hey, look, everybody, look at this book."
Everyone that sees the book, the eye is clearly moving, and there's "Oh, you want to read from it? Sure, I'll read from this book, no problem."
Yeah, I guess even the women, the prostitutes or whatever they are, even they kind of. But I thought even the detective would at least be like. But no, she's like, "Oh, there's a book here," and moves
even when she shows it to other people, no one ever mentions that the eye is looking at them.
Is this moving? Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah, and so there's that. Then there's the fact that the book kind of when you fuck with the book, it summons them. So that's like a Hellraiser kind of thing. That. That too. So yeah, so we're kind of like dancing around the plot. So basically, we join towards the end. This one guy, his name is Todd, and in another Hellraiser kind of like homage, like they're gonna make him rich. They give him riches as long as he brings them fresh blood. So he's basically using an escort agency that never catches on because we're on like the sixth.
Women never come back.
Yeah, we're on the
How
sixth.
many does he need? He needs 10 or 8.
He needs 8. He needs 8. So the girl that's killed in the opening, Chrissy Wanna, is in all these movies too.
6.
She's the 6th.
5, yeah, 6.
And the funniest part of her, like talking about the death scenes, these people don't die easy. Like she gets hit in the throat with a scythe, and then lives and screams for like 90 seconds. They're dragging her away. She's like, ah! And then they just keep stabbing her over and over again. And she doesn't shut up until they cut her head off. So kudos to her. That's a lot of constitution.
Yeah, they weren't smart, but they definitely didn't die quickly either.
Yeah. And then we're introduced to our main character, Lila, and she's a detective. Like
maybe my favorite actor in this, by the way. Like I didn't mind her.
She's also this is the first time I've ever seen her play a character that isn't crazy. I mean, she has some emotional scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
She shows her range, but normally she is the like psycho, unhinged person. Have you seen the Winnie the Pooh movie?
Yeah, is she in that?
She's the one they rescue, and she's the girl that's tied up and they rescue, and then Piglet kills her later on. Yeah,
okay. Wait, I don't think I even pieced that together. Winnie the Pooh's also Jagged?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
We're deep in it. We're deep in it.
So I've seen at least 2 then. Okay.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, it cuts to her in like the police precinct, and she has that like the Charlie Day board of all the girls that are missing, and there's just arbitrary lines drawn between all the pictures.
When was the last time that you saw her?
And I can't figure out like what conclusions she's come to.
I just have fun. Someone's daughter did it,
And she has like the chief of police, who's her boss, I guess. She calls him chief, but he's not a very effective leader. Comes across as either very effeminate or very British, or both. I don't know.
Look, I don't mean to be dismissive, but she's probably holed up somewhere with a needle in her arm, waiting for her next paycheck, or she got tangled up with the wrong guy.
So, all escorts become drug addicts now. Is that what you're saying, Chief?
That's not what I'm saying.
I didn't believe him necessarily in that role. Yeah,
he did not seem like I don't think he was their first choice. I think if him and the bad guy had switched roles, that probably would have been better casting.
Ooh, yeah, I can see that because the bad guy is fine enough, but yeah, I think maybe that might have been better casting. Maybe I won't know because I put him in that role with the process. Like, please read from the book. Like, yeah, maybe not.
I do like it. I do like that he's like, please read from the book. You could read however you'd like. You could, even if you don't understand Latin, just read it like you're a little child. And if the girls hesitate for even a second, he screams at them, "Really, you fucking slag!"
I don't speak Latin.
You don't need to understand it. Just sound it out like a child reading.
Really?
Oh yeah. That really gets my motor running.
Okay. Freaky Friday indeed. If that's what you want. Here we go. I'm going to sound so...
Read it, you dirty fucking slag!
But I hate to say it, it sadly works because not a single one of them goes, you know what, fuck you, I'm out. Every one of them goes, okay, fine, Jesus.
Yeah, try that shit in America. Those pimps would have been in there beating the shit out of that guy.
Nobody had any kind of security at all. Yeah.
Yeah, freaking Hambone would have kicked the door down and just ripped his arms off. And then the movie we would have not seen Freddy.
Treat her with respect.
Yeah.
How,
Another big thing.
how does he even find these Freddys though? I want the
They don't
I want the
explain it.
pre-log.
They don't explain
meeting.
it.
I want the meeting.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, normally in these Jagged Edge movies, they give you like the best parts of these movies are usually the first 5 minutes, and they'll give you like a semi-animated like exposition.
Well, that's the best part of Winnie the Pooh. I love that little
right. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh
animation. Yeah,
was 15 minutes long. It's actually a pretty fire movie, but they drag it out.
No, you start off. You peak real early in that movie.
Yeah, but I mean, Freddy's Fridays, since this is Jagged Edge, I imagine there will be a Freddy's Fridays 2 and a Freddy's Fridays 3. So we'll find, maybe they'll throw it over there then, because Freddy doesn't necessarily die at the end or whatever.
Spoilers. There's a post credits, right? Yeah, with him like
there's a I mean, we can jump around the movie because, like, I'm going to put it in here. They don't want to spoil it. Jagged Edge releases entire movies on Tubi, entire movies on Roku, entire movies on YouTube.
Yeah, this is right on Tubi.
Yeah,
no one paid for it. At least I didn't pay for it.
So, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how many of they're not animatronics. They're just guys. I don't know how many of them survive. Freddy definitely survives. And
I feel like you could easily just have all of them alive next to one. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Brand new people. The funniest thing is at the end when they reveal he's alive. It's 2 weeks later. Right? It actually says 2 weeks later, which means he was slumped against the wall with the freaking like knife in him for 14 days. For 14 days, and then he woke up. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I thought that. I remember even then thinking that was weird that like we didn't just do like the next morning of like because I guess you do want to see if the one dude makes it. But like, why 2 weeks? Why not just do like the next morning of him in like a hospital bed, and then like Freddy awakening? That would have made more sense. But said, like you said, it's 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, I thought we were gonna see like a completely different ending, but no, just they're fine and he's alive.
Yeah, but again, I don't expect anything to make sense, and the fact that it doesn't make sense is incredible because it just gives me more things to hit upon in this movie. But like, yeah, so we had the first girl get killed. There's a second girl getting killed. And then all of a sudden, people are just like reading this book by accident over and over again. Like, and this is probably the craziest part of the movie. I think this is the one thing that I think is so many missteps. She has a roommate who's an artist, Johnny, right? He reads the book by accident, and then he's just hanging out. He's doing his art, and the lights go out in the apartment, and then all the guys are doing they're running around in the background. They stab him with a butcher knife in the head, like straight down in the head, which I'm not a doctor. I'm not a biologist.
Not a doctor.
But that I believe would, I mean, I've seen every episode of The Walking Dead. That puts down everybody.
Okay, because even that effect is kind of like cool and slightly sudden, and then we're gonna do a little bit more. Like they just I don't think they wanted to end it ever. You know what I mean? Because all these kill scenes, I guess like they're kind of boring and they or cliched, and then they have one impact and then another impact always, it seems.
Yeah, so there's that one. Then like the other roommate or her friend also accidentally reads it, but they don't come for her right away. She's basically like, oh look, see, I read it, nothing happened to me. And then they pitchfork her.
You're not real.
And she's alive after getting pitchforked off the ground. And she's like, nah. And then they kill her. Yeah, they drag all the kills out a ton.
They do. Again, yeah, kill number one, or not kill number one, but like attempt number one and then finish. Yeah, it's like a wrestling match. No one's finisher worked, and they had to do it again.
They're doing tons of falsies in Freddy's Fridays. I think that, and then the last, as we wind down, like, the chief gets more involved because like the chief's painting up as Lila as like kind of being like a loose cannon, and he's like, listen, your roommate died and your best friend died. You're a suspect, but you know what? We're gonna give you one night to figure it out. And she leads him back to the lair. And the funny thing is, like, they're cops. The chief busts into her apartment. He has a gun, right? But when they go to confront Freddy and the crew, they've traded their guns in for like a baseball bat and a golf club.
All right, I'm giving you tonight. That's it. After that, I take you in and I question you.
Deal. Let's go. Now.
These are easy to swing.
Why? Why would you downgrade?
It's for convenience of this, because the movie's got a movie. Just for stupid convenience. I'm like, well, no movie is interesting, so there's no reason.
Yeah. So then they go down there, and these, whatever they are, we'll call them demons. I think demons is fair because it seems like they're demonic.
They're not ever portrayed as like people in costumes, and not ever portrayed obviously as animatronics. Yeah, demons.
It's like a weird smattering. You have a clown, Humpty Dumpty.
It's the most
a scarecrow, and and Freddy, which is like I don't know what he is, like a jackalope. Or whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't even. Yeah, kangaroo, jackal. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I never really.
He's a droopy-eared, googly-eyed, like prairie dog. And they have had no problem dispatching people the entire movie. But this lady and her boss go down there with a baseball bat and a golf club, and they regulate these fucking guys like hardcore. Like, the chief gets stabbed. Because they just walk up to him and stab him. But literally, she's grabbing people's own weapons and disarming them. She grabs Humpty Dumpty's arm. He has the freaking Freddy Krueger glove for some reason.
Yeah, she gets him with it.
Stabs him with his own glove. The coolest thing is, she takes the Scarecrow's pitchfork and throws it at Freddy, but Freddy, he does Neo the Matrix. He just grabs it. Then he just throws his meat cleaver at her and just misses. It just goes. Like the choreography in the final fight scene is just chef's kiss level great.
I always love it. I mean, I won't say this movie is alone, and a lot of movies do that, where all of a sudden, a monster, a fighter is dispatching, and then for whatever reason, because it's the finale, they have the one up on him, and all of a sudden she's able to take down it. It's like, damn, how come no one else fought this hard? She's able to take down 5 of them.
And like the clown like sits up, and she just like stabs him again, and he just falls right back down.
We need to get out of here. Come on. What the fuck?
Yeah. And then that's it. Happily ever after. They just walk out. The guy lives. Yeah. And that's basically it. And honestly, like, I feel like there's probably more to this movie, but there really isn't. It's a police procedural with some long drawn out kills. It's got your Hellraiser homage, your Evil Dead homage, and your Five Nights at Freddy's homage. Even just mash it all together. And there you go. Were there any other parts of the movie you liked that I missed?
I'm trying to think. I mean, parts now, like you said, it really just kind of, other than the main lady, you don't really care about anybody. You know what I mean? Even like her friend and her boyfriend. I feel like, what do we see her boyfriend for 2 scenes before he's dead? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you're not really attached to anybody. Like I said, I do like the main girl. I thought she did a good enough job where I was like, all right, I'm kind of buying into kind of caring and believing that she kind of cares about this situation. So again, I'll give her props. But as far as the scenes, I was with it for the premise to a degree, and then no, it loses you pretty quickly when it just becomes just kind of repetitive, unexplained, and not the worst kills though. That's why I'm like, between an okay leading lady and like some decent like final kills, I'm like, all right, I could have done worse.
Yeah, I'll say the practical effects and the kills are definitely the shining light in this movie. Again, it's a totally nonsensical plot, and they legitimately put in things that hamstring the entire movie. But we watched it, so you don't have to watch it. So
do it.
But if you do want to watch it, it's on the Roku channel and it's on Tubi, and or you can just whatever, you can find it. Trust me, believe me, it's not hard to find it for free. JPO, thank you for coming this week. And where can people find you if they want more of your comedic stylings and hosting abilities?
I mean, well, first of all, if you're on Tubi, check out Hunter X. That's a horror. You should watch Hunter X. That's a horror movie I'm in for 2.5 seconds, as well as I shot some of it. So yeah, put that on your docket. But over at the Pierce Co channel, you'll see John on there popping up from time to time. We do trivia, countdowns, rankums. Rankums, that's not my show. What the fuck am I talking about? But I appear on rankums sometimes, as well as the Pierce Wrestling channel. We're going to have some exclusive matches on there. Matt Cardona versus Chavo Guerrero, other fun stuff. And popping up on different channels from time to time, including this one, playing some trivia. But those clips fucking take you all down.
That's right. That's the Chips. That's the 2-time Clips champ right there. That's it. His record is crazy if you count those matches, and I do count them, so he's way up there.
As long as you count them, as long as you keep doing those.
But if you made it this far in the video, like and subscribe, share, comment, go to the Facebook group, join that. Tell all your horror friends, tell the weird kid at the mall. Everybody should come watch this channel. Please subscribe.
Going to the mall.
If you're interested, hey, there's some malls that are dying, but every time I go there, there's people there.
All right, it's not true for the mall I was in Arizona, at least.
If you like this content, we're airing on Monday night, Thursday night. Myself, Aaron, Abby, we're going to be reviewing Birth, Rebirth, which is probably my second favorite movie of the year. Check that out. And then next Friday, another doubleheader over at the Why We Love Horror Trivia Show. We got Brandon Dunlap taking on Russell Howell. And then the second match is Hail Paymon, which is the Kerry and Chad Webb, taking on the Black Sheep, our friends from your friends, my friends, Malcolm Lay, Richie Nemo Goodacre, in the second half of the match. But until next time, I'm John Maher. That's Jordan Pierce Owens. Check out his channel, please. Subscribe to him as well. And we'll see you next time.